Hello guys, what's up? It's me, Rahul here, bringing you guys another episode of the UFC for Career Mode featuring Rahul Jamukam. Today we are going to be going up against the first opponent is let's see. The first opponent is So the first opponent for this fight is Makwan Amirkhani, and that's who it is. And yeah, and for this episode, depending on how many, there could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fights, depending on what happens. I go out strong, going with the kicks and everything, you know what I'm saying, so leg kicks, those things, that's the most important part. So yeah, just doing more leg kicks, but the problem I think I have is, like, I think I mentioned this in an earlier episode. Why can't they, like, do, like, certain things where it's like, oh, why can't you do a certain kick? Or why can't you do, why can't you basically, like, you know, do a certain, like, why can't there be an injury? Why can't there, you know, be a disqualification loss? Why can't there be, I don't know, something? And already I'm, like, taken down. And already this person is trying to submit me, which I do not understand why. And obviously, this fight actually happened, happened on UFC 268, which is retroactive. I got up, I'm doing my clinches, those things, and, which is pretty impressive to say the least, considering, and, yeah. That person decided to take me down. I do not know why. The amount of I also struggle with, like, takedown defense and stuff. And this person was trying to put me in an arm bar. But thankfully, I was saved by the round, as I could say. So this were 3 5-minute rounds, and I just wanted to come in hard, those things, basically show my strength and everything. So that's what I wanted to do. I basically stunned him, knocked him down, and I got the KO, TKO, in round 2 with 1 minute and 5 seconds left. And I did it in 1 minute and 5 seconds, so yeah. That's what happened if you put it like that, so yeah. And we won. So that's like my 5th one. That was my 6th victory. I'm actually not ranked, by the way. And our next, opponent, oh my god, is Darren Elkins. Which apparently has a lot of, hype around it. I started upgrading, which I felt like was really important in my defense, and because I was a boxer, I wanted to improve my strength and everything. You guys can see the records. It's pretty apparent that it hasn't been good, so yeah, it hasn't been good, so oh my god, excuse me. So Elkins versus Shanmugam in a heavyweight bout. And we're fighting somewhere. Also, they don't usually let you fight in certain areas, and yes, I had low fitness, and that is kind of my problem. And I did a running kick. I'm running knee, sorry. I did some kicks to the head, which is not okay. And he tried to do a takedown, which wow. So now it's like I'm just trying to figure this guy out, doing kicks and those things. He's trying to block them for whatever reason, doing jabs, those kind of things to the head, doing certain types of kicks. Now, as you see, this person is also trying to do kicks, but he's, very poor at it. And the fight that this happened, it happened at UFC 271. So that's a little bit odd to say, because most of the current UFC fights that you've heard or seen, they basically have already happened. I stunned this dude, and apparently that's what he didn't go down because of it. He's blocking my kicks somewhat, and I'm not blocking any of his for whatever reason. I'm doing body kicks, head kick, I'm doing kicks to the body, head, leg, thigh, and now I'm just like in the clinch. And he did like a massive takedown, which I was trying to get up, but because of my grapple, like my jujitsu skills being really bad, I basically had nowhere to go. But, you know, uh, round two, I was doing like really well, and you know, I wanted to start off strong right then and there. I knew this was going to be like the end of the fight. So, what I did was, I was just doing leg kicks. He got knocked out. And, yeah, so, wow. I will see y'all in the next clip. Yeah. Alright, so we're going up against Callum Fisher. He's a really good fighter. This portion of the video will be exceeding up to like the, I guess you can put it, the eventually championship status per se. It that's the best way to put it, because you know there are many ways to classify this, and this is a fight where, you know, I have very low fitness. Doing some kicks to start it out, as usual. He's blocking my kicks, which I had to switch, you know, that kind of momentum. And he's doing like flying knees and that kind of stuff, which... And he also tried to do the Superman punch, which it takes a lot of time and effort to do that. And he's not gonna be able to, you know, do anything about it, because I don't have very good stamina. As you can see, I'm just trying to modify it, and that's the problem. And now I'm just getting my punches in, as you see right here. Just like doing jabs and stuff like that. He's doing the knee, and I knocked him down through a clinch hook, and he's like now, you know, doing something, you know, it's just, you know, that's how it happened. Now, I knocked him out. Boom. So then I decided, you know what, let's get up. Let's get up. And I knew the kicks would work. Then I switched stances. You know, I wanted to try out something new. Let's switch stances. Orthodox to southpaw, which I wanted to get out of it, and that was a big blow for me, because I didn't know what to do. So I was like, you know what, let's get up. And problem was, I was in the clinch, and I didn't know how to get out of it. That was the only problem. And he brought me ground, and he was about to take a shot at me, but we're going into the second round. ESPN Plus. Now, I had to land a big head kick or something because, one, my stamina is pretty low. I also switched stances because I'm not a southpaw guy. I'm an orthodox. So, that's what I wanted to state, and yeah, that's, the problem. 64 strikes landed. I got a minor injury, a leg contusion, which means, that's supposed to be a bad thing, but I managed to do my ground and pound, and he's got knocked out, KO, TKO, 3 minutes 20. And now we have Alexander Hudson. Again, I had low fitness, very low fitness, and this is where, you have to understand, that's the thing, and I, we'll go in more in depth with this, but you also have to understand, this is a path as well, so there are many different fights that fighters can take as well, so and those kind of things which I'm sure you guys are familiar with and everything. So yeah, Hudson, that's the guy I am facing. Hudson, that's the guy, and I'm just making quick work of him. A leg contusion again, which I don't understand why that's happening. Doing some jabs, real good jabs right there. He did a spinning back fist right there. Now he moved it back, which means something. And I landed a big leg kick, which knocked him out. KO, TKO, 3 minutes, 44 seconds left. And, yeah, I actually did that. And I gotta say, that felt like I don't know what to say for that, because I actually, if you look at the replay, I did a leg kick like that with my right leg, and I knocked him out clean. Yeah, so you know what, guys? Let's go on to the, we won the victory. He's still standing for some reason. But yeah, let's go on to the next fight. Alright, so we're here not ranked. We're going up against Joshua Young, who's the number 14th ranked guy. For some of you guys, Joshua Young, I don't know who he is, but one more thing. For the next episode, you're gonna be shocked at what's gonna come. That's all I will say, really. So, Brian Young, we started the match. Again, doing some kicks. I've been very successful with the kick kind of thing, than going with ground and pound, which has always been my thing in these kinds of fights. So, and this is my first ranked guy that I'm going up against, so that is really good. So Brian Young, that's thanks to him. I really appreciate it so much. So, this phase is kind of like the phase where, you know, so what you're hearing me right now is a blank screen, a blank template. In the video footage for the next fight is going to be, somewhat, oh god, Andre Dela Cruz. But I'm gonna have to make this now. I'll be honest. I did not include the footage of a Dan Hooker fight. I'll tell you the details. Dan Hooker, it was featherweight. It was KO TKO within the first round, and I was 11-0. So that's why it happened. That's all I can say. Let's move on with the video. So, as you see with this fight, I am going up against Dela Cruz. If you saw heard my explanation with the black background, you will obviously know why I did that. So, thank you so much for understanding. It really means a lot to me. Now, on with the fight. So, basically, we are going up against Dela Cruz, who I've wanted to fight for so long, but because of me wanting to become a champion, it never really materialized. So, we're facing off right now here, and that's the thing. We have many different, like, fights coming up. That's the best way I can put it. So, yeah. And the leg kicks, that's a lead, like, leg kick kind of thing. Doing the jabs, all that kind of stuff, and then trying to go into the clinch. He also does leg kicks. I'm trying to get like a head one. And I got one right there. I didn't get one right there, but I got one right there. When, I knocked him down, and I got up, and I knocked him down right there, and he got knocked out. KO TKO round 1. Next up, we're going up against Brian Ortega. Yeah, you heard that right. Brian Ortega, which was a UFC Fight Night event. So some of the fights, I fought Callum Fisher at UFC 275. Hudson at UFC 278, Young 282, Dan Hooker, UFC 285, Dela Cruz, UFC 288. Brian Ortega was a UFC Fight Night, which took like a year later, UFC Fight Night 260, which, okay, yeah, and here we are, UFC Fight Night at the Prudential Center, which could be New Jersey. I could be wrong, so someone let me know in the comment section below in the video. Yeah. So, yeah. So, as you see by the bottom of the video, this is technically, which fight is this? This is my 13th fight, and that's really awesome, considering, I'm going up against, like, Brian Ortega. And if you don't know about this dude, like, he's a two-time UFC featherweight title challenger, and he has went up against guys like Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski, the Korean Zombie, and all of those guys. And I really appreciate the dude. And he is a very good submission artist. And you have to try and avoid him as much as you possibly can, which I've always had issues with avoiding him. So like or avoiding like Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys or like wrestlers who try to do this kind of thing. And it was getting close. It was going to be like a triangle choke or something, and I got up because of like due to low stamina, and it was really bad. And he also knew how to do like the he also knew how to like do the Superman punch. So that was also pretty bad, and I got stunned right there, and as you could see, I was really like having low stamina right there, and this guy wouldn't get up, and I had to do something about it. And thankfully, round 1 ended, so... And also, I will say, due to editing and everything, this is like... I wish I showed the Dan Hooker fight, but I'm gonna, like... I have another fight that... like... I will say, it's pretty interesting. And right here... KO, TKO in that round 2. Now we go to Zabit Magomed Sharipov, UFC 295, round 3. Okay. So, this is my 14th fight, and I will be honest right here, this was the most difficult fight. This was, at the time of this, I'm ranked 7, he's ranked 2, and The issue is, I didn't know, and much about, like, the fights and everything. So, I will say, it's a legitimate problem, and I don't know how else to, you know, put it. And so he's more of a wrestler type of dude, which is the best way I'm gonna describe it. Him. And yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. And I have some serious things to say at the very end of the video. The Dan Hooker fight I didn't show. This fight I am showing. But I will address it. That's the best way I could put it. I will address it because, I'm not, yeah, because that's the scary thing, is that if I don't address it, y'all are going to go after me in a good way. So, right here, I decided to get up, and because I didn't want to go and, do anything, so he tried to get me in an arm bar attempt, and I didn't want to, do that, and I felt like it was the incorrect thing. And the problem was, he's a wrestler, that's the thing, and I stunned him pretty good. And it's pretty hard to say that, he retired and he had an injury, and I got up, I wanted to fight this. I want to basically, fight this out. So far, out of my 14 professional fights, I was on a very good KO streak. KO, TKO streak, whatever you want to say. And that's what was in me. I was doing these fights and everything. Doing KOs, TKOs, and now we're going into the second round, which is really important because this could test my skills. And I got a leg contusion, which again is not a good thing, and that could be really bad for me. So, and I didn't know how to do some of this stuff. Because I'm such a novice, I didn't want to do anything wrong. So basically right here, I was just basically doing my jab and everything. That was really important to me. He tried. Well, he actually was successful. Basically, he basically took did a I don't know how to say it, I guess you can say a ground and pound of my leg, and I actually managed to get out of it. So out of it, And now we have to get up. And I wanted to do leg kicks, and he wanted to do leg kicks, which he got injured. And I wanted to submit him. I wanted to do ground and pound, which he was in the red, and he could have, like, backed this off, but, you know, I actually wanted my energy to go high, and I got up again, and basically I was doing my thing, and he tried to do a takedown attempt. He tried, and it didn't work, but that clinch attempt did, and for some reason he is not letting me. But now we're going into the third round. Like, things are gonna shake up. Things aren't gonna really shake up. So that's what I'm gonna say. Like, I have submissions. Like, I can do submission attempts, and this is my first third round. Like, so far, I haven't been past the second round. This is my first third round fight, and what's crazy is that he is like a juggernaut. Like, he is one of the best, and yeah. So he will take you like to distance. I knocked him out clean with a leg kick. And yeah, I won that fight. Yeah. So what I did want to say was, in preparation with editing and everything, I forgot to add 2 critical fights. Two of them was my 15th fight against Max Holloway at UFC 299. The next one is against Chan Yong, or someone. I'm sorry if I pronounced that name or said that name incorrectly. The Korean Zombie. With my 16th fight, it was a KO, TKO, UFC 303, round 2. So, I'm gonna say this. I did not document and put footage of 3 fights. The Dan Hooker fight, the Max Holloway fight, and the Korean Zombie fight. I promise I will do better. For the next episode, that was actually the title fight. I will say this, I will address this in the next episode, but I will say this, I actually didn't show the footage, I forgot it, and yeah. So, anyways guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you understand where I'm coming from with this. I promise to do better with this, because I rarely have cut fights or anything, especially from my Madden and NHL videos. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Y'all are legends by book, as well as for me. I will see you on the next one. Take it easy, and peace.